Today, it was announced by Fox News that Ron Paul, Republican candidate for president, has dropped out of the race. I'm not exactly sure when this happened, but it was announced today by Fox News. Fox News' reputation, in my opinion, is a questionable one. Fox News has basically tried to make Ron Paul look like a complete idiot for the duration of his campaign. They've mostly failed, but there's a great percentage of Americans who believe everything they see in mainstream media and are deceived by Fox News and think this guy is some sort of kook because he has ideas that actually make sense. Basically, people who support Ron Paul in many videos I've seen on YouTube and elsewhere have been called kooks, conspiracy theorists, but the fact of the matter is he has a pretty wide support base, especially on the internet, and people I know in real life who support Ron Paul tend to be on a higher level of thinking, higher IQ than, your average person. So I don't think they're all kooks. I happen to be a Ron Paul supporter myself, and I'm pretty disappointed that he dropped out of the race. And I don't really know who I'm going to vote for now. Yeah, there isn't a lot of options. So, pick your poison, really. None of the Republican candidates are worth a damn. The Democratic candidates are just as bad. I'm registered as a Republican, obviously, but I don't really like Mitt Romney, John McCain, Mike Huckabee. Not feeling it. Mike Huckabee doesn't really stand a chance anyway. He's going to win some votes in the South, but he doesn't really stand a chance. It's down to McCain and Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney has more money, so he might win. McCain is extra crazy, so the American people are likely to pick him as our next president. The thing I don't like about John McCain is the smirk he has in all of the debates. He smirks and makes funny faces when he doesn't like something that someone else is saying, when he doesn't agree on something. And how diplomatic can you be as a president? How are you going to communicate with other leaders through cultural barriers when you can't communicate and respect your own peers? It doesn't really make sense to me. And the same holds true for Mitt Romney. Ron Paul, in my opinion, was the only candidate who had America's best interests in mind rather than personal initiative. He was the only candidate that I would vote for. Now, I'm going to continue to consider the options until the election, which is how many days away? I think I have about 11 days to weigh my priorities. I might just write in Ron Paul, or write in anything for that matter. None of these candidates are qualified to run the country. If you think there is a candidate that is qualified to run this country, then I would suggest you vote for them. If you're young, I suggest you educate yourself. No, let me correct myself. If you live in America, I suggest you educate yourself. There are too many uneducated people, uneducated voters. Don't listen to everything that you hear in the mainstream media. Get on the internet, dig up some dirt, and try to learn everything you can about a candidate before you make a selection for them or against them. But, now there is something passed that is going to allow people who will be old enough to vote in the general, they'll be 18 by the general to vote in the primary, and that's the loophole that I'm shooting in through. And as for everyone else who's young, as I am, you guys really need to get involved with the politics of everything. You need to understand the politics. You'll quickly find that it's a really screwed up system. After you ascertain that, then you have to figure out who to vote for, and that's where it comes to be tough. And my man Ron Paul dropped out, so like I said, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I guess I just made this video to get some responses. I want to hear from some Ron Paul supporters. You know, hear what you think he should do now. I mean, should he run in the next election? Pending our country still exists, and you know, there's the little shards of democracy that we have left. Should he run again? Is he too old? Will he be too old by that time? I really want to, hear what you think. And as for you people who don't know your candidates and you really don't know what's going on, I suggest you go educate yourself, because this country is already going down the shitter, and it's getting worse and worse. Your rights are being taken away subtly. It's just getting bad. It's becoming less and less of a democracy, and something really bad is likely to happen really soon. We're just on track for that. We're policing the world. We have wars all over the place. I'll get into why I support Ron Paul in another video, per request. If I get enough people requesting to hear from me again, or I get enough flames about how Ron Paul sucks, which is the more likely scenario, then I'll probably make a video about why I support him. I'm not going to explain everything right now. I'm at 6.5 minutes now, and I could go on. So I highly suggest educate yourself about all the candidates. Prepare yourself if your primary hasn't already taken place, and make a selection for the president that you think is most qualified to run the country. I cannot stress enough. Don't pick the popular candidate just because they are the popular candidate. I talk to people about Ron Paul, and they say, "Oh, I won't vote for Ron Paul." And I say, "Well, why not? What don't you like about him?" He doesn't stand a chance. So why aren't you voting for him? What don't you like about him? Oh, he just doesn't stand a chance. I'm gonna vote for McCain. He's on the news more. I'm gonna vote for him. I don't see where the logic is in that. If somebody could leave a comment on the video and explain that logic, because it seems a lot of people have that logic in common, and I'm probably just missing something, because I'm probably just a kook conspiracy theorist. But yeah, I'm looking to get some feedback on this, basically. That's why I made this. Get a message out, get some feedback. Yeah. Well, I think I've reiterated enough that you need to educate yourself, but please just do. Please search your candidates, watch the debates, find out what you can. I'm just gonna sign off on that note.